On this trip around the county, we take a look at an organization who helps feed students around Noblesville schools and a student who has an artistic mind. All this and more on this trip around the county.
Welcome to Around the County. I'm Matt Huseman.
And I'm Max Arnold. On Around the County, we take you to places you may have never been and introduce you to people you may not know.
Food is something a lot of people take for granted, but for some kids, their next meal can be a challenge every day. Follow producers Cooper Cass and Chloe Thomas as they take a look at an organization that helps keep students healthy at any age.
A lot of initiatives are making a difference in the Noblesville community. Here's one. It's called Fueled for School. This program is committed to ensuring that no child goes hungry by providing meal packs for families who are facing food insecurities. Audra Schock is the Director of Operations with Fueled for School. She says the program is entirely volunteer-driven, and its growth and expansion is largely thanks to the dedication of Noblesville students.
Fueled for School is an all-volunteer organization. And what we do is provide food over the weekends and the breaks when school is out to children who are facing food insecurity. So children who may not have enough food over the weekends and breaks. And it's, again, all volunteer, and the food is donated by the high schoolers. You all do food drives for us, as do all the other Noblesville schools.
While Noblesville students are the reason that Fueled for School is making a difference, they are also impacted through the experience. Nola Trusty is one of those volunteers, and she enjoys seeing the positive change she's making in her community.
Handing out the meal packs and doing the organization fundraising stuff for it, because I don't know, I just like seeing how it affects people and seeing who we're helping.
Audra Schock saw the good that programs like Fueled for School were doing in other school districts and started to wonder if Noblesville had a program like theirs. This made her start to question what she could do to make a difference in Noblesville.
When the program first started many years ago, there was a group of teachers from Hinkle Creek that volunteered together, and one of the things that we did is assemble meal packs for Carmel students. And my friend and president here said, "Are we doing this in Noblesville?" And we found out that Noblesville schools didn't have a program. And so that's how it started. We became a nonprofit, and that was 2017.
I like knowing that I'm having an impact close in our community to people that I may know.
One of the Noblesville high school teachers who works with the program is Andrew McCormick. He says that when students donate and volunteer, they can really make a difference.
Participating in the food drives that we have, one in the spring and one in the fall, where every school is assigned a different food, and if they can help out, if one person from every school can bring one can or one jar or one something, we could get 800, 900 cans of certain things or cereal boxes, and that's really what it comes down to.
We always appreciate food donations. We have volunteers that assemble the meal packs, we have volunteers that drive the meal packs to the schools. We also have volunteers pick up the crates that go to the schools. So you can go through our social media, Fueled for School, on Facebook and Instagram, and send a message, and that's a great way to get involved.
Fueled for School in Noblesville is more than just a volunteer program. It's a vital lifeline for students and families in the community. By providing nutritious meals and essential resources, it not only addresses food insecurity, it also fosters a sense of belonging and support among participants. The people who work with Fueled for School say the impact extends beyond the plate. It develops resilience, it brings the community together, and it builds hope for a brighter future in Noblesville.
Giving back to the community, having my son be a part of it, because he's really taken a role where he likes to collect and help out as much as he can. So he gets to understand that not every kid is as fortunate as he is, and that there are families that need help.
The halls at Noblesville High School are filled with all kinds of students. All-star athletes, professional photographers, and so much more. But there are some students who stand out even when they're behind the scenes. Producers Adam Sherrill and Matthew Huseman introduce us to one of the theater department's hidden talents.
Noblesville High School has stories hidden around every corner. From rock bands to llama farmers to championship teams, all you have to do is look. And one great place to find plenty of those sometimes overlooked stories is in Noblesville's fine arts and theater programs. Think of a school play, and you usually only think about the final product. What gets missed is the countless hours that go into creating something for audiences to enjoy. This year in the theater department, there's one person in charge of it all. Meet Junior Amy Lynn, head of costuming for NHS. Her work is how the theater department is able to create the amazing costumes worn by actors and actresses in the school's award-winning productions.
She's just impacted it just by being her, being creative, being her unique self. She's had that experience. She knows how to sew. She knows how to put costumes together. And so I thought this would be a great year, for her to be the costume head.
Amy was a crew head for recently almost Maine. I think she is an asset, and even though she drives us a little crazy sometimes, I think that we are better for having her.
She's just not afraid to express who she is. Like, she truly just is herself a lot of the time.
My freshman year, we were doing Chicago, and my original plan was to audition, but I chickened out because, it's Chicago. And I was thinking about doing costume crew, and then I impulsively applied for costume crew. And then I got on, and I was really excited, but I was like, I can audition for next year's musical, I can do the play. But then I ended up loving it so much. 50% of a show is the actors, and the other 50% is the tech. It's the lighting, it's the scene, it's the props, it's the hair and makeup, and it's the costumes.
However, plays aren't the only thing she makes costumes for.
Her very first historical costume that she made for herself, I was like, you need to put this in the fair because it's beautiful.
I entered a blouse, pajama pants I made. I have Hello Kitty on them. And then the Regency dress that I made, and I wore to a ball, and we got professional pictures done, and they look super cool. I didn't win any ribbons, but it's okay. The main thing I really wanted was to see my clothing on display.
She was introduced to historical costuming by her mother, who also grew up doing it. That's what she wants to do with her life, is costume, and she's very talented at it.
I found out that if you go to Colonial Williamsburg as a visitor, you are allowed to dress in historical outfits. So I spent about a month making matching outfits for myself and my two daughters. It's just kind of snowballed from there. And she's like the absolute best costuming partner I ever could ask for.
It was Throwback Thursday. She said she was gonna come dressed as 70s. She came full hoop skirt gown and all. I said, I thought you said 70s. Her reply immediately was 1770s.
Making your own clothes is super cool, and you can save a lot of money when you can alter your own clothes and make your own clothes, because some people have to hire a professional to do that. Turns out I'm that professional.
But production design isn't the only thing she's involved in. When she's not working on the theater stage, Lynn can be found on a different kind of stage.
She's on Comedy Sports. And so that's another just extracurricular that she ends up being a part of. So Amy's one of those students that's involved in all things theater.
You really just need somebody who's going to be funny on the stage just being themselves.
And she's just kind of able to say the first thing that comes to mind, and she's able to come up with a bunch of different ideas, which is a really valuable skill.
Amy has a lot of passion. That's a bit of an understatement. I am happy to see her on the stage performing with Comedy Sports. I mean this in a positive way. She's very much a character. People with that kind of energy need to be on a stage just as much as we need them backstage doing costuming and other various tasks.
After high school, I want to go to Ball State, and I want to major in technical theater and design. I'm really excited to see the costume shop at Ball State, because our costume shop, pretty cool, but professional theaters, they have really big costume shops. It's a windowless room and the floor is dirty, but it's magical.
The folks she works with say her costume design, her sharp wit, and her dedicated teamwork make her a crucial member of everything she's a part of. That includes her home team, her family.
She really is great. I'm super, super lucky, and I'm gonna cry my face off when she grows up and leaves me. It's okay, I'll never grow up and leave you.
It's true, you never will.
That's all for this episode of Around the County. I'm Matt Huseman.
And I'm Max Arnold. Join us next time for another trip around the county.